I'm Police Officer Rosalyn Talley, and I'm an instructor at the Philadelphia Police Academy.
Yes, and can you tell us what you feel the benefit of today's event would be for people in the community?
Honestly, I feel like the benefit of this event is to get people to roll really quickly and go out and help their girls. Like, the name of this campaign is called Know Your Girls. And I always say that, you know, as a girlfriend, I'm loyal, I'm a good friend, I'm going to come out as soon as an individual needs my help. But this time, we're calling for a different type of needing your help, and this time is knowing your own breast. This time is running and making sure that you take care of yourself. Making sure that you go out and you get the mammography, whatever like treatment you need to get done. I talked about the disparities during the process when I spoke today. I talked about the disparities, the racial issues. That should not have anything but it does. It should not have anything to do with our fight with cancer, but it does. And unfortunately, because of that, we're behind the 8 ball twice. You're already behind the 8 ball when you get when you find out that you have cancer, but you're behind the 8 ball twice as an African American. Like, we don't get an opportunity that everybody else has gotten. We have lost opportunities that everybody else could have had, or whatever case may be. And my goal now is to make sure that I provide as much information to all of my friends, to African Americans, and I'm asking all non-African Americans to do the same. Like, help us out. Get this information out there. There should not still be a 40% rise of death among African American women, and it's ridiculous that the fact that the disparities are social, economic, any of those types of things cause an effect on how we're treated medically. So I would like to just say that was the reason why I pushed so hard to be a part of Komen, and also because knowing your girls is the most important thing. Knowing my own self, knowing my own breasts, but also getting other women to know their own breasts as well.
Okay, and then as far as today's event, what are some resources that people specifically in this Philadelphia community have access to that they may not be aware? Because a lot of us just having access to resources, and a lot of times we don't know the proper resources or where to go.
Right.
Are there any easy places that people can go quickly and maybe free?
Absolutely. Well, for free and quickly, I would strongly suggest they start off at Komen, Komen, Susan G. Komen. A lot of people always say, I'm not supporting Komen because they did this or did that. Listen, they still do more than you. If you're not giving, you're a part of the problem. If you're not a part of the solution. So if you're not doing anything about cancer, which I would get behind people that are, Komen actually is doing a lot big, especially for minorities. They have, things for Hispanic females and for Black females. And I think that we need to get in contact with Komen. Once you get in contact with Komen, they can actually give you and provide you with a whole bunch of other information for you to get free mammographies, free screenings, all types of things. So that's where I would start first.
Okay, and then how does your role specifically help, or how would you like it to be able to help people who may need information regarding breast cancer in the future?
You know what? My role as a police officer is to protect and serve, right? And everything about that is protecting and serve. But we always think of the negative, the criminals, those types of things. But I'm here to provide information to people that are underprivileged, that don't have a voice. I'm always going to be that girl. I want to be that person that can provide help to those that they don't necessarily get help. And I'm talking spiritually, I'm talking physically, and I'm talking mentally. So this is physical, and this is something that actually needs to be addressed. And as a police officer, my goal again is to protect and serve, and not just for physical violence, or anything negative, but also mentally, so you can get help that you need. That's a big issue in our community, as well as our bodies. Where sometimes for African Americans, I think our biggest problem is that we think if we don't say anything about it, that it'll go away. I got a lump in my breast, but if I don't say anything about it, I don't have to get checked, which is a big lie. That's the biggest myth that we could ever come up with. So educate ourselves, and I'm going to continue to educate, to speak out, and to fight against different areas that would attack our bodies.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.